Hello and welcome to Roach Valley Radio Community Corner Show, introducing me, Archer Healy, and my co-host, Asad Mahmood.
Hello guys.
Today we are going to be speaking about Five Nights at Freddy's, the video game series and the movie, which was released on the 25th of October 2023. Five Nights at Freddy's is a popular video game that came out in 2014 and gained worldwide popularity. Five Nights at Freddy's is a point-and-click survival horror game. The player takes on the role of the night security guard at a family pizzeria who must complete his shifts without being confronted by the murderous animatronic characters that wander the restaurants at night. The player has access to security cameras to monitor the animatronics throughout the shift, and a set of steel doors that can lock out characters. The backstory to the game is that the animatronic characters have been possessed by 5 missing children who have been murdered in the restaurant.
Five Nights at Freddy's is one of the most uploaded games on YouTube and is played by many YouTubers such as Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie and many more. However, the release of the film caused some disappointment and even outrage. For example, The Guardian review said, "This is a maddeningly dull attempt to bring the hit video game to the big screen and makes for an instantly forgettable night at the movies." And Jeff on Rotten Tomatoes said, "Worst money I have ever spent on a low budget film. Please do not waste your money on this movie." So why is this film so controversial?
We will be introducing our first guest, Logan, who has seen the Five Nights at Freddy's movie and who has also played the games. So Logan, what was your thoughts on the Five Nights at Freddy's movie?
Now, it's a movie I would say was entertaining. However, it's not a movie that's exactly like a masterpiece, like something like Titanic. You would go to watch as like an emotional reason.
If you were the director, what would you have done differently?
Now, I would have made it closer to the games in a way that has like all the characters that would have been present in the games in the movie. Because there's so many characters that have been taken out of the movie and replaced with others.
Which characters were they?
Many of William Afton's children weren't present in the movie, but there was a replacement for them with, I'm going to have to say spoilers.
Spoilers!
Yeah.
The policeman was William Afton's daughter in the movie, but wasn't in the actual game. She isn't present in the games at all.
Yeah, it was Vanessa. She's not really part of the first storyline, I agree with that.
Yeah, mainly all the Afton children are present in the games in a way that the sort of central character except the third one is only present in FNAF 4. However, I do believe that if people really wanted to see the storyline from the games more than they wanted a new one, because there's only 2 different storylines that are about Five Nights at Freddy's, the movie and the books.
Would you have started from Five Nights at Freddy's 4 if you were the director?
I would say yes, I would. I don't really see the need to start FNAF 1 because it can more actually build up to it. Because FNAF 1 is actually a middle point of the franchise if you go with a storyline. As it goes through FNAF 4 to FNAF 2, then to FNAF 1. But it's just a case of being in between them, we don't know which one.
Yeah, and we'd also have to name it Five Nights at Freddy's 1, the film, but it's based on the video game number 4 to number 2, 1 and 3.
Yeah.
If the film could be improved, how do you think it could be improved?
If I would have stick to that storyline they did in the movie, I wouldn't have revealed William Afton at the end of the movie. I would have kept him more hidden to the second one. But it felt like his actual death was just lackluster compared to what it was in FNAF 3.
And do you think the film could be any longer?
Yes, I do believe so, because it felt like there's some scenes you should have seen in the movie that wasn't present. Like, in the end of the movie, you see William Afton show up in the Spring Bonnie suit, and there seems to be some damage on it. We don't know what the damage is from, because it isn't rust or any sort of old age.
Yeah, nothing's really been damaged to it, because it was only naked. It was only like based in the 80s, and the actual film was based in the 2000s, so...
Yeah. Also, so as William Afton dies, he puts his helmet on. He says his iconic line at the end where he always comes back. And we don't exactly know why he says it, because he must imply that this must have happened to him beforehand.
Yeah, it's not really been clear about that. Now we are going to hear from our next guest, Hugo, who has seen the film but has not played the game. However, we will be asking the exact same questions as we did with Logan. So Hugo, have you watched the Five Nights at Freddy's movie?
Yeah, I can say, unfortunately, yeah, I have.
How come unfortunately?
Because I agree with The Guardian, it was an easily forgettable movie. I felt like I just wasted my time watching it, and I can't tell you anything that's happened.
Have you played the Five Nights at Freddy's video games?
You see, if I told you I haven't, I'd be lying. I dabbled in it, not enough to know much about it, just enough to know the concept of the games.
Do you think the film could be improved, and how do you think it could be improved?
Am I correct to say that in the games, the animatronics are the bad guys no matter what?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, you see, the animatronics being good in the movie was kind of disappointing to me because I thought they could have done a lot better with bad animatronics, and the way they are in the game is pretty scary.
So if you were the director, what would have been done differently?
See, I would have took the ability of having a 15 plus movie to the max because I felt like that movie was for little kids. I wouldn't take none of my friends to go watch that movie, but if my little nephew asked, I would have taken him easily.
And lastly, do you prefer the Five Nights at Freddy's video game or the movie?
See, this is crazy to me because I've barely played the games, but if someone told me play the games or go watch the movie, I'd play the games 1,000 times before I even touch that movie again.
As we are coming to the end of the show, we hope you have enjoyed our podcast. And if you want to find out more about the debate around the film, go to the Rotten Tomatoes review page. We hope you have your opinions and thoughts on some good debates with your friends.
And until next time, this has been your host Archer Healy and Asad Mahmood. Thank you for your time and goodbye.